try to reach a level of freedom where they're so absolutely free that their consciousness will I don't know if I get the point, but like burned, that you really don't need to come back anywhere at any time. Just be free of being an individual, an IUOC.
Yeah, no, see, I don't support that. Some of the Buddhists have a similar thing where you evolve, you become enlightened, and then you get to go away and never come back and never interact, and you join, become one with the Godhead, or you just kind of float on your cloud and play your harp to eternity or whatever. You know, we have this in a lot of philosophies, and that I would see differently. When you grow up to become love, it's not about you. Being love, and love is about other. So you don't get to the point that you can never be of any help to other. You can always be helpful. There's always something you have to give. So if your philosophy is more self-centered in that it's really all about me, I'm going to get enlightened, and then I'm going to get out of this awful environment, and I'm going to do things that I like and my way and so on. Well, that's all just very self-centered. To me, that's just ego talking. That's ego and fear. The fear being that I'll have to live in this hellhole forever, you know, this terrible place where I have all this pain and misery, you know, and that's the fear. And the solution to that is to believe that you can somehow just escape and never have to interact with anything that isn't nice. Well, if you're going to do that, that means going off and becoming a hermit, I suspect, and never being very useful to anybody. Because when you interact with real people, you're interacting with fear, you're interacting with beliefs, you're interacting with all of that stuff that's unpleasant, because that's the way real people are. They're full of that stuff. And if you're going to be helpful to them, then you need to deal with that. So, no, I disagree with that. If freedom means, you know, I'm just free to have a good time and I don't need to help anybody do anything, you know, it's all about me, I'm free, I'm happy, I'm set, I'm evolved, I'm back to the Godhead, I don't have any more responsibility, no more issues, I'm just done. That to me is people that are full of ego and very hopeful that they will somehow end all the misery and pain that they're now suffering. They want to get free of that. Well, that tells me if your focus is getting free of your pain and agony, that's ego. That's about you. That's self-centered. So it's different than that. Although there are a lot of philosophies that have that as an end goal, and I think they have that because that's what they tell their people that you know, that are members of that. That's the come on, you know, join us, do our thing. Eventually, you'll be free. You won't have to do anything that you know, that is difficult anymore, and that helps the membership. Then gives them some encouragement. But the fact is, if you move toward love, even though you have to deal with helping people who are full of fear, it's a lovely thing to do. That doesn't make you unhappy. That isn't painful. That isn't a problem. That's a good thing. That gives you energy. That makes you feel good. You're contributing. You're being helpful. And that's what lights your light. That's what, you know, makes you feel good and happy. So the very process of being helpful to others and being involved and being connected to the whole system and to what's going on and to other people's needs, that's what makes you happy. So you are happy, you are full of joy, you see, but it's not because you've dropped out, because you've gotten perfect and now dropped out. It's because you've become love and you've plugged in. You're very helpful. So there's just two different ways of looking at that. And the idea of just dropping out making you happy, dropping out will never make you happy. What makes you happy is contributing, being a part of the solution, giving, caring. That's what makes you happy. If what makes you happy is getting what you want, then you're not evolving, you know, you're full of ego. So that's kind of my comment on that part. It's a common thing. I think almost all the major religions have a have a part to them where you get to escape. You know, that's the whole point, is that you work on this and then you escape. And they don't really define what escape is, but somehow you get to escape. Well, that's the ego having a very big need to escape.